How you guys doing? I'm live. This may be nonsense, but I want to explain something. I think I understand the conundrum of my dad coming home. When I was 13 and saying, "I have no rhythm. I'll never be a musician," and then just tore up the drum set. Never don't remember playing it ever again. I think I understand the dynamic that might have happened there. I just wanted to explain that for you guys. It's not going to take me that long, I think. Jeff Berlin, the great bass player, said, practice out of time, play in time. Meaning when you practice, you're not really in real time, you're just practicing. Like if I'm learning a ruption and I'm just practicing it, I'm not really playing it like I'm live. I'm not really playing it like I'm trying to entertain or perform the piece. I'm simply working out the details out of time. I'm practicing to get my technique down. And I'm not even thinking of time. In fact, I might stop mid lick. I might even not even play a lick in order. I may just stop altogether and pick up the guitar 15 minutes later, still out of time. But when I go to play, it's no longer time to practice, it's time to play in time because people want to tap their foot. People want to know what's coming next and when. It's pattern recognition, like the moderator says, you know? And I think what was going on there with that drum set I made, and my dad didn't understand it because he's not a trained musician. In fact, he's tone deaf. When he was alive, he was actually tone deaf. I didn't realize that till later. But I was practicing the drums out of time. I was just noodling on the drums to get the years ago. But that would be that. How long ago, wouldn't it? Yeah. But that's that is consistent with what I remember, and I think that's what probably happened. Is I was or just hearing how hard to hit the drums, or just getting used to holding the sticks and things like that. You know, I think when he came home, he caught me at a moment when I was playing, but I wasn't playing in time, and I think that's what elicited his response when he said, "You have no rhythm, you'll never be a musician, and you know, basically you suck." I don't think he said it. He didn't say that exact thing, but something along that line. You know, basically, you have no rhythm, Jim, and you'll never be a musician. I don't think he listened. First of all, because he was tone deaf. He didn't like music. So I think he caught me on a moment when I was just sticking this, you know, just fiddling with the sticks, and I think that explains what lets him and I, if I'm right about this, it lets both of us off the hook, because he couldn't have known, because he was listening. He wasn't rhythm deaf, he was tone deaf, so he could hear rhythms. But I think he was listening for me to make a beat like I was trying to be in time. And I think I was just noodling to get the technique of it. And I was out of time, and I think plus he later said he was wrong about saying this, but that was not until I was like 28 years old, so that was only like 15 years later. But he might have just had a hard day at work as well, and wasn't thinking about it, and wasn't trying to hurt me, but didn't realize how bad it would, you know, make me feel. But I can't prove any of this. I'm just sharing this is actually good thoughts for me, because it puts it in an event that has been, you know, not a good experience for me. It puts it in a better context than I've been thinking of it in, and I think it's likely that I'm right about this. It's not me grasping at straws to try to prove something and to explain this, because I wasn't trying to. I'm just explaining my actual thoughts about it. Is that if I were practicing the drums today, now granted, I play guitar now, and I have more sense of understanding of playing in time than I did when I was 13. But one of the first things I would do is just noodle with the drums. I wouldn't be trying to play in time when I'm just playing the drums for the first time. I just wouldn't. You know, somebody could easily walk in on me and say, "What are you doing?" It sounds like crap. And if you didn't stick around to let me try harder or try again, you might just think I suck. As far as my dad, we didn't have we weren't friends, so he had no reason to stand there and listen to me to try to make it better. Plus he didn't do anything he didn't want to do, basically. And he didn't want to do that at that moment, and he didn't. And plus he might have been tired from work or whatever, and it might not have made him want to stand there and listen to me, work it out. And it's not like we were friends, because we weren't. So it's not like we had any way of, I never even discussed it with him. I never came back at him and said, what do you mean by that? Until I was 28 years old or 30 or something like that. Just let it go. I didn't, not my business. But that, I think that might explain a lot of it. So I love you guys. Keep living rock and roll.